Right, so I remember watching an interview between Robin James and David Beckham several years ago and thinking to myself, yo, Beckham's hair do be looking kinda cool though. And so in today's video I've decided to recreate a similar look. My hair's still slightly shorter than what David Beckham's hair is in that interview, but hopefully by the end of this video you have a better understanding on how this type of hairstyle can be achieved. As always, if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, we're nearing that 100k mark, and it would be really cool to see you in my next weekly upload, but without further ado, let's get into it. From my own experience, this hairstyle is best achieved with freshly washed hair, so that's exactly what we do. I've been experimenting a lot with local shampoo and conditioner bars, and I finally feel like I've come to a pretty good combo. If this is something you'd like to see a video on, do let me know in the comment section down below. Really quickly before we get into hair measurements, we start just by towel drying our hair. So if you've been following the channel for a short while, you'll know that I've been growing my hair intentionally for about a year now. The front or the fringe falls a little beneath my chin, so it's in the region of like 10 to 11 inches. The sides are a couple inches shorter, maybe within the region of 8 to 9, and the back is fairly similar to the sides, between 8 and 10 inches. I start by applying Blue Mon's Cloud Control, who have also kindly sponsored today's video. This is by no means the first time I'm featuring Cloud Control, and that's because I've been using it frequently for several months now, and I genuinely believe it's single-handedly one of the easiest ways to make your hair feel and look healthier. You really only need 3 to 4 drops max, and I suggest combing that through just to ensure an even distribution. If Cloud Control is of interest, you can use Luca at checkout on bluemon.com for 10% off your total order. With our hair oil applied, we move on to the next step, which is the blow drying process. With almost any hairstyle, especially longer hairstyles, I like to start by sectioning the sides from the top and working on drying the sides downward and back behind the ear. It's also really important you continuously brush as you dry so that the hair can sit as straight and natural as possible. My hair is straight with a slight wave, so I can get away with just blow drying while brushing, but if you have really wavy to curly hair, you might want to consider a hair straightener. As the sides become progressively dry, work some of the hair on top into the mix, ensuring to leave some sort of middle parting. You don't need to worry about being too precise with the middle parting at this point. Once both sides are moderately dry, you can then work on getting that middle parting. As you can see, I'm just trading strands of hair using a brush to get a fairly centered part. You don't need this to be perfect, just whatever you're happy with. From this point on, I'd suggest switching to a low heat setting, else you end up doing what I did while filming this and have a lot of frizz and flyaways. If this does happen, I'd suggest applying a few more drops of a hair oil, in this case, Cloud Control. From this point on, you're called to position the hair in place and say you're done. But what I like to do is apply a tiny amount of 5th sample pomade by Blue Mon, which again is by no means the first time I'm featuring this in a video. This will just ensure that the flyaways stay down, and when used in conjunction with the hair oil, you'll get a really nice natural shine, which I think goes a long way with this hairstyle. One of my favorite things about this hairstyle in particular is the fact that it is so simple to achieve. Other than a hair oil, you really don't need to apply much product at all, and there are so many different ways to wear it. You can have the hair tucked loosely, you can pull some strands out from behind the ear, but all in all, a pretty cool and different hairstyle. If you're interested in any of the products that I used in today's video, be sure to check out the description. As always, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed or found it helpful. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in next week's video.